bought a present for my friend, and as she was opening it, before she started opening it actually, before she was opening it, she says, I know exactly what this is. The Holy Spirit literally told her what it was. She had I didn't like, just listen to the rest of this God Nod. It's an amazing story. Welcome back to God Nod. My name is Casey, and I create Catholic content for Catholics to grow closer to Jesus and Mary. And today, I have a wild God Nod for you. I love this story. It happened last year. For some reason, I forgot to post about it because who knows why. But so cool. So my best friend's birthday was coming up, and I was thinking, okay, what can I get for her? And I was like, I don't know. And so I started praying about it. I wanted it to be very meaningful and whatnot. And then as I was like kind of praying about it for days and days and days, a veil came up in prayer. And I was like, maybe I should get her a veil. Guys, she doesn't veil. She doesn't veil. But I veiled, and we've talked about veiling before, and she's asked questions and whatnot. And she was like, she's open to veiling, but she like is not ready for it. And so I was like, well, I know she will veil probably one day, maybe. She seems like not totally like anti-veiling for any sort. And so I guess I'm like, well, maybe she'll use it one day, so sure, I'll just go for it. And so I go on Etsy and I buy this super cute veil. And then I see that, it's handmade, which is great. But also it's not gonna ray for 2 months, which is like way past her birthday, but it's fine. And so on her birthday, I just give her a little card and be like, your present's coming. And so then 2 months go by and the veil finally comes in the mail, and I am like so stoked to get it to her. Well, she was gone that weekend, and so I had time to like wrap it and make it all nice and whatnot because I lived with her. And so it was nice because she didn't see the package. Anyway, so I like got it all together and whatnot. I pick her up from the airport, and she starts telling me about her weekend and all of this stuff. And guys, she starts telling me about this story in her weekend where she, it was like it was like a work traveling weekend, and she was like meeting these people, and for some reason like the conversation about veiling came up, and she was like talking about them and asking them questions and whatnot. And then, like as she's telling me this, I'm like, oh my gosh, where is this story going? Because, I have a present on her bed waiting for her with the veil in it. And so then she starts telling me about how later that night, they invite her into this mass, and it was this mass just full of amazing young adults, and how everyone was veiling, and just how beautiful it was. And in the mass, she felt so convicted that she needed to start veiling. And, as she's telling me this, I'm like getting so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. First off, I think veiling is beautiful, but then also because like, how amazing is the Lord that the Lord like inspired me to get this veil for her. And then it just so happens that the veil was 2 months late for her to have this encounter for this weekend, for her, the Lord is just so good. So anyway, she's telling me the story, and she's telling me how she has this like really deep conviction to start veiling, and how beautiful it is, and how feminine it is, and just how traditional and amazing, and all of the benefits of veiling, and just how she left that mass thinking like, I need to start veiling. Like, this is incredible. This is so beautiful, and it just gives so much reverence to the Eucharist. But she's like, but like first I need to buy a veil, and I want it to be really beautiful, and there's no rush. Like I can take time and to find one. But yeah, that's kind of like, it was a really beautiful mass. And I'm just like so excited at this point, right? And guys, get this in your head. Like, guys, I ordered this 2 months ago. It came in the mail that like literally right before she left for that weekend. And then the day she went to that mass and was convicted and said, I need to start veiling, is the day that I picked her up from the airport, and she got home when she opened the gift of the veil. So anyway, we get home, and she walks in, she sees the birthday present on her bed, and she's like, oh my gosh, this is so fun, whatnot. And she starts open, and she's like about to open it, and she's like, I think I know what this is. And I'm like, do you want to guess? And she's like, I already know what this is. I already know what this is. And she opens it, and she's like, yep. Of course the Holy Spirit would provide a veil as soon as he convicts me of it. Like, this is this makes sense. And I was like, what? Like, she was so convicted that the Holy Spirit would provide her a veil because that same day the Lord convicted her she needed to start veiling. And I'm like, I told her, I'm like, I bought this like 2.5 months ago. I was praying about this for a long time. This is crazy. This is crazy. I had to write down her exact words that she said that night, and this is what she said. She said, "It was so obvious that the Holy Spirit was calling me to veil. Why wouldn't he supply me with one?" Man, if we can just have faith like that, Just, to be so docile to the Lord, to the Holy Spirit, and to know exactly where the Lord is calling us and what he's calling us to do, even it's as simple as veiling. Anyway, I hope this God Nod has blessed you. I thought it was just an amazing God Nod because, the Lord provides, the Lord hears us, the Lord prompts us in our hearts to take care of our friends, to be an instrument of the Lord and providing for others. And so anyway, it just so amazing. So basically, moral of the story is pray, be open to God's will, just like, Lord, is there anyone you want me to buy anything for? See what comes up. See who he's placing on your heart to buy something for. Maybe it's a veil, maybe it's a rosary, maybe it's a crucifix, maybe it's a Bible, maybe it's the Catholic Bible reading chart, which you can see in the description below. Whatever it is, the Lord delights in working through us in order to reach our friends. So what a blessing. Please know of my prayers, and God bless.